Good afternoon, dear 8th standard students. Today's topic is heat. In the previous class, we have learned effect of heat and transfer of heat. In this session, we are going to learn about calorimetry, temperature, heat capacity, thermostat and thermos flask. First, calorimetry. To know more about the physical and chemical changes that takes place in substances, we need to measure the amount of heat involved. The technique used to measure the amount of heat involved in a physical or chemical process is known as calorimetry. Next, temperature. Temperature is a physical quantity which expresses whether an object is heat or cold. Temperature is measured with the help of an instrument called thermometer. There are three scales to measure temperature. They are Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale, Kelvin scale. Among these three scales, Kelvin scale is the most commonly used scale. Next, unit of heat. Heat is a form of energy. The SI unit of heat is joule. It is expressed by the symbol J. The most commonly used unit of heat is calorie. Now, what is calorie? 1 calorie is the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water through 1 degree C. The relation between calorie and joule is 1 calorie is equal to 4.186 joule. The amount of heat gained or lost by a substance is determined by three factors. They are mass of the substance, change in temperature of the substance, nature of the material of the substance. Next, heat capacity. Heat capacity is defined as the amount of heat energy required by a substance to raise its temperature by 1 degree C or 1 Kelvin. It is denoted by the symbol C dash. Heat capacity is equal to amount of heat energy required, that is capital Q, divided by rise in temperature delta T. Therefore, C dash is equal to capital Q by delta T. The unit of heat capacity is calories per degree C. In SI system, it is measured in joule per Kelvin. Water has the higher heat capacity than other substance. Next, specific heat capacity. Specific heat capacity of a substance is defined as the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of substance by 1 degree C or 1 Kelvin. It is denoted by the symbol C. Specific heat capacity is equal to amount of heat energy required, that is capital Q, divided by mass into rise in temperature. Therefore, C is equal to capital Q divided by small m into delta T. The SI unit of specific heat capacity is joule per kilogram per Kelvin. Next is calorimeter. A calorimeter is a device used to measure the amount of heat gained or lost by a substance. It consists of a vessel made up of copper or aluminium, which are good conductors of heat and electricity. The metallic vessel is kept in an insulating jacket to prevent heat loss to environment. There are two holes in calorimeter. Through one hole, a thermometer is inserted to measure the temperature. A stirrer is inserted through another hole for stirring the content. The vessel is filled with liquid which is heated by passing electric current through a heating element. Using this device, we can measure heat capacity of the liquid in a container. Next, thermostat. A thermostat is a device which maintains the temperature of a place or an object constant. Thermo meaning heat and static meaning staying the same. Thermostats are used in any device or system that gets heated or cools to a preset temperature. It turns a circuit on or off when a particular temperature is reached. Thermostats are used in building heater, central heater in a room, air conditioner, water heater, as well as kitchen equipments including oven and refrigerator. Sometimes thermostat functions both the sensor and the controller of the thermal system. Next, thermos flask or vacuum flask. The vacuum flask was invented by Scottish scientist Sir James Dewar in 1892. So it's also called Dewar flask or Dewar bottle. The thermos flask is an insulating storage vessel that keeps the content hotter or cooler than the surrounding for a longer time. The working of thermos flask. A thermos flask has double walls which are evacuated. It is silvered on the inside. The vacuum between two walls prevent the heat being transferred from the inside to outside by conduction and convection. With very little air between the walls, there is almost no transfer of heat from the inner wall to the outer wall or vice versa. Conduction can only occur at the points where the two walls meet at the top of the bottle and through an insulated support at the bottom. The silvered walls reflected radiated heat back to the liquid in the bottle. Problems. First one, the temperature of a metal ball is 30 degrees C. When an energy of 3000 joule is supplied, its temperature rises by 40 degrees C. Calculate its heat capacity. We know the formula heat capacity C dash is equal to Q by delta T. Here Q is equal to 3000 joule is given and delta T is equal to 40 degrees C minus 30 degrees C is equal to 10 degrees C or 10 Kelvin. Substitute the values, then C dash is equal to 3000 by 10, that is equal to 300 joule per Kelvin. The heat capacity of the metal ball is 300 joule per Kelvin. Second, the energy required to raise the temperature of an iron ball by 1 Kelvin is 500 joule per Kelvin. Calculate the amount of heat energy required to raise its temperature by 20 Kelvin. Here we know the formula heat capacity C dash is equal to Q by delta T. From this equation, amount of heat energy Q is equal to C dash into delta T. Here C dash is equal to 500 joule per Kelvin. Delta T is equal to 20 Kelvin is given. Substitute all these values. Then amount of heat energy Q is equal to 500 into 20, that is equal to 10,000 joule. The amount of heat energy required is 10,000 joule. Third one, an energy of 84,000 joule is required to raise the temperature of 2 kg of water from 60 degrees C to 70 degrees C. Calculate the specific heat capacity of water. We know the formula specific heat capacity C is equal to Q divided by M into delta T. Here Q is equal to 84,000 joule, M is equal to 2 kilogram, delta T is equal to 70 degrees C minus 60 degrees C, that is equal to 10 degrees C or 10 Kelvin. Now substitute the values. C is equal to 84,000 divided by 2 into 10. That is 84,000 divided by 20. Then simplify, we'll get the answer 4,200 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. The specific heat capacity of water is 4,200 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. Fourth one, the specific heat capacity of a metal is 160 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. Calculate the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 500 gram of the metal from 125 degrees C to 325 degrees C. We know specific heat capacity C is equal to Q by M into delta T. From this equation, amount of heat energy Q is equal to C into M into delta T. Here C is equal to 160 joule kilogram per Kelvin. M is equal to 500 gram. Convert the 500 gram into kilogram. That is 1000 gram is equal to 1 kilogram. Therefore 500 gram is equal to 0.5 kilogram. Then delta T is equal to 325 degrees C minus 125 degrees C, that is 200 degrees C or 200 Kelvin. Now substitute all the values, that is Q is equal to 160 into 0.5 into 200 is equal to 16,000 joule. The amount of heat energy required is 16,000 joule.